Navrin is expanding, but not evenly. Traffic patterns are forming where none were planned, housing demand is shifting faster than zoning can respond, and the oil fields, once a solution, are beginning to dictate the city's shape. Marion Holt warns that without transit and density planning, downtown will choke before it ever rises. And Tamsin Vale pushes for accelerating port development, where global trade waits for no city. And Mayor Rowe faces a defining question. Does the Navarin double down on industry or prepare itself for the skyline it dreams of? This next episode will decide whether or not we actually focus on transit and downtown density, the primary port development, or we look to increase more housing for stabilization of the demand. And the third one is going to be a little bit harder to do, being that we're going to have to spend more money than we were planning to in order to do so. So while I look at this, the transit and the downtown area might be our next step. And then that actually could lead to a bit of port development starting in maybe this area here. We can definitely start it most likely here, and then utilize this coast area here. So I think that's what we're going to focus on, is the northeast downtown area and behind our industrial center. I think that actually makes more sense to have the industrial tie into the port area, and then we won't necessarily need to purchase another tile just yet. We can purchase the port and see how it goes, and maybe think about moving the landfill. So, whew, let's buckle in and let's unpause this. Oh, that shift was crazy. All right, sorry guys. The mic was muted apparently through all that. So, quick rundown of everything that we talked about. We're deciding that we are going to build this train yard, rail yard right here. That way, it'll literally just be something that we build around as we expand into the rest of the city, and this will keep this area clean for more either commercial or industrial, or more the same. But after looking at the resource map, This could be where we move our forestry company and place this back here. So all of this might become like another mining city, and then we'll expand out this way through. Oh man, it's so much fun stuff. Maybe we curve in through here and we start to build another part of the city here. This probably, or maybe here. But then we have all this fertile land too. But then again, we have fertile land on the inside. So maybe we keep this and we turn this into a resort area. So I think that might be what we do. We get the train system, popping, and then we get the port going, because we do have enough for the port and the train yard, and then we'll just get those placed. I feel like we're gonna. How much is this upkeep? 30,000 a month for harbor, and then 15, so 45,000 a month. That's actually not that bad. It's not that bad. So first things first, let's go ahead and place this. We're gonna have to delete this rail for the time being. So now we create. Okay. All right, so putting this train station here actually let me do a couple things. It allowed me to run a train both through one side of the map that way, as well as one through where we're gonna have the cargo port in the northeast. And I even have a frontage road that's going to extend into the mining area for the oil. Okay, this actually works out great. And then we even have room to expand deeper into the map in the south, and then we even have a train track available that we can use as a passenger train and run that through the city up north. Oh man, I already see exactly what we're gonna do with this train, especially with this line right here. But now we have to connect up our harbor.
Naughty Nan here. Remember, folks, the older you are, the more you can get away with. I just got a letter from one of our listeners, Tommy G, asking if I know how to break dance. Oh, good question, Tom. Or should I call you Mr. G? And the answer is I've been breaking since before you was in nappies. I still enjoy busting a move when the occasion calls for it. And there's no shame in admitting it. My arthritis slows me down a little when I'm hitting the floor for a head spin. Once I'm down there, though, I can get going pretty fast. Last time I got a little lightheaded.
Local stargazers are in for a real treat tonight as the aurora borealis is expected to light up the night sky.
That's right, Jim. Don't forget to look up this evening. It promises to be quite a sight. A housing shortage is driving up prices in the area.
That's right, Glenda. But apparently, that's not all good news. We're joined today by an expert guest, Professor Nutbutter.
Welcome, Professor. So, a housing shortage is bad for the people trying to move here, right?
Humans are programmed to desire certain representations within ideological reward structures, which are entirely apart from the actual rewards enjoyed. For example, consider capital.
One final question, Professor. Is the housing shortage going to make me richer?
By certain metrics, perhaps yes, in the short term.
I like the sound of that.
But what we are discussing is the study of a statistical abstraction and its effect on the human
Thank you, Professor.
It is a question of priorities.
A chilly day with temperatures a little low, so if you're heading out, don't forget your jacket.
Okay, so now that we have the train functional, or the train station, right, the rail yard functional, we have to add in actual train stations, and it's like looks like we're gonna have to take out another loan. Then maybe we start small. How big is a small train station? I think this might be a good spot to put it. We're gonna have to buy yet another tile though if we were to do that. Glad we can do that. Yeah, but we're losing money like crazy. What's going on? Yeah, we're doing. Oh yeah, we need way more electricity now. Those things are sapping up energy like crazy. Yeah, we're gonna definitely need to. All right, so this next power plant. Hmm. Trying to decide whether or not we go. Take a look at our power options. How much does that actually produce for us? Gas power plant would be $650,000. What about it's such a big ask though. 1.5 versus 650. $1.6 million in the hole when it comes to our loans, but hey, you gotta take money to make money. All right, so while we actually have the money on hand, let's go ahead and unlock the gas. But the geothermal, let's pause really quickly. The geothermal, though, is see, I need this area here. Oh, this is $30,000. So I think we're gonna have to bump up taxes. And we're gonna have to drop city services budget for the time being. You solved the ambulance need, so don't necessarily need that. Garbage isn't an issue, so we can cut that down. We're not cutting down school funding. Can't do that. We need more smart people to come on in. I saw crime was like we were having a couple crime instances going on. So make everything down in parks and recreation. We're gonna keep that at 100. That's only costing us 30,000 a month to maintain, so that's not bad. All right, that brings us to 113,000 an hour. No, 4,000 an hour. 113,000 a month. Not that bad. All right, so now let's try to make a little bit more money while the budget is still here. Basically need to get to 790,000. All right, so unfortunately, I was not able to utilize what we initially set out for, which was the geothermal plant, because I built over all of our groundwater deposits already. So eventually, and then this was the only one that we had available, and it would involve having to buy another. I would have bought this map tile, honestly, which I should have been paying more attention. But we have something that outputs a bit more power, and it's a bit off from the city. We were gonna turn this into more of a port, a secondary port area, but I'm thinking we're gonna use this as just more like a oil and power facility, so we'll upgrade this more and all that good stuff there. So for now, let's go ahead and get some roads and everything and power ran to it so we can actually make some money off of this.
Naughty Nan down with a plan. Spinning platters fast as these old fingers can. Don't touch that dial. Industry in the region is on the rise, and when business is doing well, that floats our boat.
There's no sinking this boat, Glenda. While we're not in the business of reporting rumors,
And then eventually we'll connect these two roads here from here to here to allow us to keep this separate from the neighborhood if need be.
I don't like the sound of that, Glenda.
So now let's run some
A
electricity.
chilly day with temperatures a little low, so if you're heading out, don't forget your jacket.
All right, so we're gonna have to delete this road for now. It's actually gonna be harder than I thought. Yeah, busy town. We needed that money, honestly. And we're gonna actually place down. We got a lot of new buildings. So it's time for us to add more water pumps. Luckily, we can actually do that. So I actually add 3. And our poop water isn't being able to keep up. So that a second one, and that helps out with that. And now when we go to look at our budget, we are almost balanced. So in order for us to drop some of these taxes, I know they're gonna hate it. They're gonna hate it for right now. We're gonna do that. All right, so now I think we go ahead and start to look back at our port system and see what's needed over here. No waterway connection. So all right, hopefully that'll allow stuff to be able to stop through, and come through here and all that good stuff there. So maybe we don't need the train station just yet. I'm thinking. Oh yeah, so we got it to where trains can switch in and out, come in and out how they want. They might have to wait, but hey, we got the port basically connected to the train line. All right, now let's come back and look at here. We'll see how that does for now. So now we have a way to move cargo, ship it on out of here. We're not storing anything yet. All right, so let's actually look at our communications. So we'll have to put a mail center somewhere. So a local post office. What is this, a post office? Small post office. Definitely necessary. We'll drop that there. Okay. So for now, we got some mail services down this grid. Crazy, but it's because we haven't expanded further up into here to relieve some of this pressure here. So this kind of shows me that we need to actually, I think we scrap. Yeah, we get rid of the forestry industry. I know, man. I know. But we'll place you back here. We'll bring you back in due time. But now we get all of this space back. And we can actually... Do we have ships coming into our port yet? Doesn't look like it. Not yet. Alright, so... I see a lot of people out in the park areas. Plenty of green space over here. So we're starting to get a call, even with taxes being so high right now, we're starting to get a call for a lot more residential. So let's actually take a look at this tile. That's 86,000 for that tile. Oh my goodness. And what do we have over here? Is it just straight fertile? I mean straight. Okay. So I'm thinking we may we don't have enough area though and infrastructure to start to expand from here. So I'm thinking that we just go ahead and add some more grid and prepare to get ready to go more residential again. I'm guessing that's the play. All right, I think with that completes the first part of our downtown. So really and truly, the only thing we have left to do is we're starting to get more. I kind of feel bad for the amount of money that we're actually starting to make now. It's crazy. We're gonna take a look at that in a second. So let's go ahead and get some more of this zoned out.
Naughty Nan the Hip Hop Gran here, keeping you youngins up to date on what's going down in the hood. Time for another listener poll. I'm thinking it's time for a new hairdo, folks. So, what color should I dye my hair this time? I saw a lady with nice bright pink braids yesterday, and there's an option. Of course, when I was young, I hated wearing pink. Always been a tomboy. Got into more fights than dresses. But it seems like pink is radical again these days. Everything comes back in fashion if you wait long enough. Take it from me, I should know.
And on to our main featured story. The commercial district is booming as the area is attracting more high end stores, bringing the latest in luxury to our neighborhood. You can now shop for designer shoes while sipping a fancy local Jarva mate, or so my wife tells me. That's good for business and good for the community.
Thanks, Jim. We'll be back after this.
We're live, and we're getting reports about a traffic accident somewhere in the city.
Road maintenance services have already been dispatched, and traffic flow should return to normal. But if you're planning a quick trip out, you might want to wait
All right, so
until everything clears up.
I had an idea about to well for when I'm making my neighborhoods from now, like to use the two lanes to get basically to run towards the neighborhoods and then the neighborhoods to split off into lanes. That way it makes it easier to, navigate to um makes it easier to navigate to the neighborhoods and everything, or for the traffic in the neighborhoods to remain, you know, so bring it into the neighborhood. And I feel like it's just so much more efficient than using the two lanes. And I think for here, let's see how a row house looks actually. Oh, we don't need row houses right now, so. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna like this a lot. Oh no, I don't like that. All right, let's go. Actually, all right. Like I said, nobody's gonna want to drive through the neighborhood to get like drive on the lanes to get to the neighborhood. So okay, we're now out of the we're back into spring, thank gosh, because it was so hard to see things out there. But this looks good. And then we can probably add things like a park over here. And I guess we'll place this at like the start of our little neighborhood to let you know like this is where it comes in at. You know, we do have another area right there, so then we can actually zone in some more. Look, this looks nice. I can't wait to see this area here upgraded further. Let's go check on our port area and see what's going on. Oh, it looks like we have trash building up. So we probably need to come back on into services. Bump that back up to 100%. So yeah, let's start to what's this is minus 10%. All right, that just means we need to zone out some more residential. Let's see this nice little pocket area over here. It's stuck nice into the downtown area like that. That'll basically kick into our we add in where else do we have some availability? This is actually crazy looking at this. This is actually crazy. Y'all don't have no real backyards back here, but this is more so, you know. There's so much green space though. It's like, how can you be mad at that? Like you got so much green space over here. Oh, can we actually do something with this for them? We really can't. Like all this is like you're gonna tell me no. It's all good. It was a nice idea. So we got plenty more train lines that we can connect. Yeah, building efficiency is at 87%. Our service budget. Oh, that's why. Down to 22%. Gotcha. Gotcha. Alright, so we're getting the call for more medium density.
What's up? What's up?
So I think it's time that we buy.
Quitting, got Naughty Nan coming at you on the box. This is the smooth beat.
Man,
Ain't life sweet?
We're live.
we're just gonna have to
and
buy.
we're
We have
getting
to.
reports
We're gonna
about
have to
traffic
expand
somewhere in the city.
up
Road
through
maintenance
here.
services have already dispatched, and traffic counts should
113,000.
return
Oh
to
my
normal.
gosh,
But
that
if
took
you're
so much
planning
of
a
our
quick
money.
trip out, you might
All right,
want
but
to
now that we
wait
have this
until
map
the
open,
clears up.
If you're in it,
this is
you,
going to be our
won't even know
next
about it. No use
developmental
trying.
area, and I can already
Well,
see here
expect
this is
delays
going to
and
be
pressure.
fun.
This just in from
This is
traffic.
going to
If
be
you're
fun. We're
thinking
definitely
about
going to have
Tempe
this.
Street, you can expect delays on the major roads,
We're probably going to
especially during
do
rush hour.
Good to know, Jim. Seems like everyone is in a hurry to get somewhere
city
fast.
services,
It's worth slowing down. And if you can,
some more
don't
city
make it
services in
out
this
the
area
garage.
here.
Oh,
That way that'll
no. I'd
give
rather
benefit
wait
to
an hour in
this
traffic than
little
start
neighborhood,
thinking about everything all
and
the time.
then
Besides, if I did that,
we'll.
I'd never get anywhere.
A chilly day with temperatures a little low, so if you're
Yeah,
heading
because as of
out,
right
bring a
now,
jacket.
I have a way to get to everything. So, question is, how do I want to come into running this road? Because this is definitely going to be more lanes and everything, and I think I want to leave houses right off of the beach, and then have the beach as its own little area. So. Yeah, I like having a neighborhood that's gonna be in this little cut of the mountain right here above. Kinda want this right here. Then we'll slope it down into this neighborhood here, so all right, now we'll have this split 2 ways. So I have one that'll snake along this right here. And then one that'll come up here and open up to like for those houses and everything. So I see right here. Thank you. The sun's finally rising. We can finally see again. That looks dangerous though. Alright, but this allows us now to wrap Alright, so this right here is gonna be another neighborhood for me. And I'm curious to see how this is gonna turn out because I kind of want to have so I think what'll be better now that I can actually see. Let's take that through there. Bring this as close this line as possible. And that way I can have homes here, here, here. And then we'll do medium density up here. So we'll do, man, that took a lot of like on the fly planning. And we'll have a way to get here and then here. So okay. Actually, let me look at how that traffic is looking over here. Not bad. And then we can utilize this area for like parks and maybe another school, since we only have a school like in this area here. So we add another one here. That might be good. And we are okay. We're doing pretty decent. But we definitely need to get some more of these houses out. I think I'm gonna do waterfront. All right, now we can connect this road. And maybe we actually convert this now into a 4-lane. This is gonna get crazy. I'm curious to see how this is going to develop. I kind of like them being like a part of the geography and the geology of the map and everything. All right, so we've been over here for so long, we have to actually take a look at to see what city services have been doing. So I think it's now time to crank the services back up. The budget on the services up.
Naughty Nan the Hip Hop Gran here, keeping you youngins up to date on what's going down in the hood.
We're getting building
Time
fires
for
and a lot of
another
car
listener poll.
accidents.
I'm thinking it's time for a new hairdo, folks. So what color should I dye my hair this time? I saw a lady with nice bright pink braids yesterday, and there's an option. Of course, when I was young, I hated wearing pink. Always been a tomboy. Got into more fights than
So
dresses.
garbage is starting to
But
pile
it
up
seems like
crazy,
everything's
and then
radical again these days.
landfill.
Everything comes back in fashion wait long enough. Take it from me, I should know. Industry in the region is on the rise, and when business is doing
Can we
well,
actually
that
upgrade
floats our boat.
There's no sinking
this?
this boat, Glenda. This just in from traffic. If you're thinking about hitting the streets, you can expect delays on the major roads, especially during rush hour.
Good to know, Jim. Seems like everyone is in a hurry to get somewhere fast. It's worth slowing down. And if you can, plan your trip outside the rush.
Oh, I don't know. I'd rather wait an hour in traffic
Oh,
than
hush
start
up.
thinking about everything all the time. Besides, if I did that, I'd never get anywhere.
A chilly day with temperatures a little low, so if you're heading out, don't forget your jacket.
Okay. So, I feel like we've solved. Oh, maybe not. Oh, we never established a line. Silly me. Silly me. Okay. So now we have a working port. I'm super excited about this, guys. So something else I want to look at as well too. Look at our trains. All right, let's see. Can we afford to take out another loan? Took out 300,000. All right, we're going to be bankrupt by the time we're done building this city, but we need that in order to drop down a cargo terminal, and I kind of want to do that. Well, we obviously can't do that right there. The smartest thing probably would be right here. 3,000 a mile. You know what we gotta do? Taxes. We are like taxes' worst enemy right now. I mean, our citizens' worst enemy right now. We're gonna take out another loan. We need to get this done. Just need another 50K. Trust me, the money is gonna roll back in. Part of me wants to. Oh, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Real nice, real like major. Popping it back down. Nothing to see here. Please just let me go ahead and yeah. And then boom, we got ourselves a train yard. You know? Got this that goes under the overpass. Doesn't really need to connect out to the city, just somewhere for the employees to get to. We're gonna do something very drastic. Very drastic. Bump everything into 20%. This might shut down the city. We're probably gonna the loans is killing us. The loans is killing us. But we're gonna have to bring in more business. Oh man. And we don't have enough money to rebuild. Man, we really gonna have to on the next episode. What we listened, we took Tamsin up on his port development idea, and we see exactly what it's done, it's bankrupted the city. It literally has us scraping by. We have people leaving the city. And honestly, now that we're back in the green, let's go ahead and drop down taxes for people. Commercial. I know we're going to be losing money. I know this is going to cost us so much money. The question is, with all this area here to expand on, can we make that work? Because we obviously can't expand too far up. We do have enough call for medium density, so we could put some more medium density apartments here. I think that might be what we do to end the episode. I know I said I wasn't thinking about developing this into a neighborhood, but I feel like we're gonna have to. And I think I'm gonna utilize that same method I did with the last, and this is the last loan we're gonna take out. So we're just gonna grab the whole 100,000 or 100,000 of this. Ooh, $500,000 a month that we're paying back on that. But this hopefully come down to alley.
Stacking fresh beats all day and all night. You're listening to the smooth beat, keeping it fresh with Naughty Nan. Industry in the region is on the rise, and when business is doing well, that floats our boat.
There's no sinking this boat, Glenda. More local news today. The Tourism Board just released their latest figures, and somehow the number of visitors to the region fell by over 20% last season.
Well, that's fine by me, Jim. I just love it here. Maybe we'll keep it our little secret.
I like the sound of that, Glenda.
A chilly day with temperatures
All right,
a little
and
low, so
now
if you're heading out,
this
don't
little
forget your jacket.
pocket neighborhood. I think we're gonna. All right, we'll still burn it through money. How much money are we losing? 16,000 an hour. My gosh. We're still getting people to leave. We got the pop musician mansion. And that helped out our all right. Garbage is still a problem, so we're definitely going to have to figure out why that is. And we're starting to finally get some more calls for our industrial. I'm trying to figure out where do I want to expand industrial into a little bit further. Or do we look back here? Oh, you know what? We said we were going to add back in that farm industry. I think we're going to do that up here. Yeah, I think right here is going to be a good spot. I don't want to make this too big because I still want to expand further down here. But I want this to at least... $1,400 seems to be good. And now let's get a road. Once again, I kind of want... We instantly ran out of money right when I was about to put the road. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. We need money. Curious to see what this area is gonna. Oh, the green in this area looks crazy. I like that. For some reason, I like that. That should have stayed. But this is gonna be a very dense area here.
Crops and property is expected. We urge citizens to stay inside until the storm is passed.
This is actually looking pretty good. I think this is... We've gotten back to a good point where we have people coming in as well as money being made. We cannot end on money not being made and people leaving. That's a bad city. And we have this forestry route up here that we have to now take care of. and then we'll enter the grid. Like I said, this is probably gonna stop the downtown area. Stop the downtown area. Hmm. I was thinking I was gonna do a train through here. I'm probably gonna. We'll see. We'll have to see what that looks like in the next video. But I want to make sure that I got enough room to do other stuff with this. Like I said, this is my breaking point too to the industrial site. This is. I want to put more industrial. Maybe, honestly, I think we might have zoned up with industrial for the time being. Unless we drop more little pocket spots like over here. I'm just gonna put more traffic back here. But then again, we do have this that we still need to connect to another like major road. Like I want to take it through this eventually, but we'll have to figure that out on another day. But this will at least give jobs to people in this little area here. So I think we'll put some here. I'm honestly, I do want to see what this looks like once it's done there. And we finally have more demand for our high density and medium density. So I think I'll put some affordable housing on the river, like right there tucked on the little riverfront. And then I'll do some more probably gonna destroy traffic right there, because as you can see right here, we are, well, it's not looking crazy. All right. Alrighty. We're gonna have to fix the garbage and the medical soon, but man, just let me go ahead and zoom out.
Emergency broadcast to all citizens.
A heavy storm.
Our
is
city's
approaching
getting
the city,
bigger.
and the likelihood of hail is very high. Traffic slowdowns and damage to crops and property are expected. Citizens are advised to remain indoors until
Our
the
city is
situation
growing.
passes.
All right, so now it's time for a city tour.